Phytosaurs were a group of aquatic carnivorous archosaur reptiles that lived during the Late Triassic period. They are well known from fossil remains in several parts of the world including Germany, where their fossils have been found since the 1820s, and in North America, Asia, and Africa. These reptiles were probably the dominant carnivores in the rivers of the Northern Hemisphere during this period. Phytosaurs possessed heavily armored, crocodile-like bodies, and some species were quite large, with the largest species, Smilosukis, reaching 12 meters in length. Their crocodile-like body shapes are an example of parallel evolution, which is the process when different animal groups evolve similar features. Phytosaurs and the ancestors of crocodilians both evolved from the same early archosaurs, but each group independently evolved the same structure in response to a similar lifestyle and environment. Phytosaurs were different from crocodilians in that their nostrils were located above their eyes, instead of at the tip of the snout. Rutiodon, meaning wrinkle tooth, was a typical member of the Phytosaur group that lived in what is today the eastern United States 237 to 208 million years ago. It was medium-sized, measuring 2.5 meters in length. The back, flanks, and tail were heavily armored with bony plates. Its long snout resembled that of the modern-day gavial from India, and its jaws were filled with sharp teeth, which were good for catching fish. Another typical phytosaur was the Indian Parasuchia. It also possessed a long snout armed with many short conical teeth. The body was crocodile-like and it had short limbs. Parasuchia would have used its long jaws to catch freshwater fish and small tetrapods. There is evidence of this from the stomach contents of two specimens which contain the remains of smaller reptiles, including the bones of a rhynchosaur. Parasuchia also had the typical phytosaur nostril position, with the nostrils placed just in front of the eyes, far from the tip of the snout. The nostrils were also elevated on a low mound of bone. It is possible that this arrangement would have allowed phytosaurs to lurk just beneath the surface of the water, waiting for prey to approach. This is similar to the hunting tactics used by modern-day crocodiles, even though their nostrils are positioned at the front of the snout.